Welcome to a webcast produced by the Learning Enhancement team based in the Dean of Students office at the University of East Anglia. This webcast is part of the Steps into Algebra series and concerns SNAlphabet. This guide introduces a simple memory aid to help the ordering and writing of algebraic expressions and equations in mathematics. What does SNAlphabet mean? Many issues arise in mathematics when considering terms in expressions produced by multiplication. These may include: which order do I write the answer in? Which order do I do things in? What do I do with the minus sign? And what do I do first? The word SNAlphabet is a useful memory aid which helps to answer these questions. The S tells you to consider or write the overall sign first. The N tells you to consider and write numbers second. The alphabet tells you to consider or write variables in alphabetical order last. In short, when carrying out multiplication of algebraic terms or writing individual terms, you consider the sign of the term first, any numbers second, and finally write variables in alphabetical order. This will help you to write mathematics which is consistent with the way it is written in a majority of textbooks and in lectures. As a result of this, your mathematics will be clearer to both yourself and your lecturers. It will also help you to read mathematics in textbooks or elsewhere, which will make independent study easier. The SNAlphabet method proves especially useful when multiplying out brackets in algebra. Working out the correct sign. One of the most common errors in mathematics, at all levels, is to get the sign of your answer wrong. SNAlphabet can help to overcome this by focusing on the sign at the beginning of your calculation. When you have worked out the sign, you do not have to consider it again. When working out the sign of your calculation with SNAlphabet, count the number of negative signs. If there are 0 or an even number of negative signs, then the overall result will be positive. If there are an odd number of negative signs, then the overall result will be negative. Using SNAlphabet. Here are some examples which show the potential uses of SNAlphabet. Let's start with a simple example. Multiply 6x by minus 3x squared. 1. Firstly, consider the overall sign. The first term is positive and the second term is negative. There is one negative sign, and so the overall sign is negative. Step 2. Now consider the numbers. You have 6 from the first term multiplied by 3 from the second term, which equals 18. You have already dealt with the signs, so there is no need to consider them again. Step 3. Finally, look at the alphabetical part or variables. X. You have x in the first term multiplied by x squared from the second term, which equals x cubed. Step 4. Now write the answer as 6x multiplied by minus 3x squared equals sign minus number 18 alphabet x cubed minus 18x cubed. Let's do a more complicated example. Simplify. Minus 4xy squared multiplied by y multiplied by minus 3z. Sign. You have two negative signs, and so the overall sign is positive. Number. You have 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 3, which equals 12. Alphabet. you have x in the first term, y squared multiplied by y, which equals y cubed, from the first and second terms, and z from the third term. So, minus 4xy squared multiplied by y multiplied by minus 3z equals plus 12 x y cubed z, or simply 12 x y cubed z. Here's another example. Simplify. Minus 3p squared multiplied by minus 2q to the power 6 multiplied by minus 4p r to the power 4. Sign. You have three negative signs, and so the overall sign is negative. Number. You have 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4, which equals 24. Alphabet. In alphabetical order, you have p squared multiplied by p, which equals p cubed from the first and third terms, q to the power 6 from the second term, and r to the power 4 from the third term. So, minus 3p squared multiplied by minus 2q to the power 6 multiplied by minus 4p r to the power 4 equals sign minus number 24, an alphabet in alphabetical order of p to the power 3, q to the power 6, r to the power 4, or minus 24, p to the power 3, q to the power 6, r to the power 4. Other types of functions. The SNAlphabet system applies to signs, numbers and variables only. Other types of functions which you may see, such as the trigonometric functions, sine, cosine and tangent, the exponential function, e to the x, or the logarithmic function, log of x, are placed after the alphabetical part. The exponential function is placed first, then any trigonometric functions, sine, then cosine, then tangent, and finally the logarithmic function. Here's an example of this. Simplify 4x squared multiplied by minus 6 cos of 2x. Sign. You have one negative sign, so the overall sign is negative. Number. You have 4 multiplied by 6, which equals 24. Alphabet. You have x squared in the first term and no alphabetical part in the second term. Note that the 2x is part of the cosine function, cos, and so is not included in SNAlphabet. So, 4x squared multiplied by minus 6 cos of 2x equals minus, which is the sign, 24, which is the number, x squared, which is the alphabet, followed by cos of 2x, or minus 24 x squared cos 2x. Here's another example. Simplify 3x sin x multiplied by 2e to the power 2x multiplied by x cubed. Sign. You have no negative signs, so the overall sign is positive. Number. You have 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, which equals 6. Alphabet. You have x in the first term and x cubed in the third term, so x multiplied by x cubed equals x to the power 4. Again, the x in sin x is part of the sine function, and so is not included in the alphabet consideration. After the sign, number, alphabet, you write the exponential term, e to the 2x, and then the trigonometric term, sin x. So, 3x sin x multiplied by 2e to the 2x multiplied by x cubed equals 6 x to the 4 e to the 2x sine x. Further guidance and information. If you have any further questions about algebra or would like to discuss any other aspects of mathematics, you can talk to your lecturer or personal advisor, or make an appointment to see a Learning Enhancement tutor in the Dean of Students office. You can telephone 01603 592761, email dos.help@uea.ac.uk, or visit our website at www.uea.ac.uk/dos/let. There are further resources on many other aspects of numeracy, mathematics, statistics and science available from the Dean of Students office and on its website. These include questions to practice, model solutions and webcasts illustrating essential skills. This guidance is one of a series on mathematics produced by the Dean of Students office at the University of East Anglia.